Having checked the gramophone's motor, Mark turns to briefing Dom on the design requirements for the missing horn.
Looks like it's going to come up here.
It's going to come up here before it really comes out properly. You want the whole thing to resonate. And the material-wise really could be reflective down to what you would prefer to do. It could be paper mache, it could be tin. Diameter-wise, I would say no more than about 10 to 12 inches.
That would be great. We could make a really nice curved little horn. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, thanks for your help. Got a few little things to do with the motor. I need to adjust the spring tension so that it will run smoothly. As you can see here, that as I let go, that little brush is meant to snap back. One of the springs is a bit weak. The result of that is you'll get sparking. See that little blue flashing? So every time you're seeing that blue spark, you've got a high voltage firing back, and that's eventually burning. And again, eventually it would cause it to break down. Now there's the actual spring itself, and it's a little bit poor, but we've got to go very delicately. Remember, this is very old, and it's survived all this time, and I don't want it to suddenly finish today. I think maybe a part has broken off here. So what I've got to try to do is just get the screwdriver in, and what I'm going to do is enlarge the spring a little bit, which will in fact give it a bit more tension. It's going to be one of those fiddly ones. Fudge. Try to hold it in place at the same time. Done. See, now it flicks lovely straight in. So the next thing is a few more wires I will have to replace because these are nearly 100 years old, so it's best to do that while I've got the opportunity to do so.
In the outdoor workshop, Dom is creating the mould for the horn that will eventually bring the gramophone back to life.
So when I think of gramophones, the first thing I think about is a big, elaborate brass curved horn. But it would be completely wrong for this gramophone. I think it would never have had such a big horn like that. And it doesn't fit with the homemade nature of this piece. A lot of gramophones had paper mache horns, and I just think that fits so perfectly. It would have been achievable, glued, newspaper, like normal things that you would have had around the house. It's really simple now. I can just draw around this shape, so I can use that as my sort of form for the paper mache.
The motor's now ready to be sort of fitted. So first of all, I've got to find the appropriate holes. There are quite a few holes drilled in this because I think it was a bit of trial and error at the time. Yeah, right, that's it. You know you want to, really. There we go. Bullseye. Next thing then is this. This is, of course, where the actual 78 itself will end up sitting. And this flywheel here, that actually connects to the shaft of the motor, and that's what turns the deck at the top here. The motor here at the moment is a little bit loose, and I've got to find a way of getting it into position so there's not too much pressure against the wheel. I'll turn it on for a minute and then just connect that to see where I've got to go. If it's too tight, we're going to get a large amount of localised vibration and noise. There is still a little bit of work to go to finally balance the motor against the actual drive, so we've got a fully functioning deck.